And you're welcome to another exciting edition of the Daily Quest right here on Salvation TV. It's the Daily Quest, and it's the fabulous Friday edition of the Daily Quest right here. And I'm always excited. And once again, it is the pre-election edition.
You said that last week.
Yes.
Okay.
I said that last week, and I'm saying it again. And
This
I hope
week.
I only get to say it one more
Exactly.
time.
I was about saying that. I hope we don't get to say it next week again.
No, we will say it next week.
Yes, I hope so. I hope not. But, yeah.
There were a lot of things that happened.
I'm ready for the election.
You are?
Yeah,
You
let's go
are?
and vote. Yeah.
So you're going to vote tomorrow.
Yeah, last week I was ready on Saturday.
I
woke
was,
up super early waiting, and then I just heard, oh my God, what they are, like, everyone was screaming like they canceled the election. I'm like, why? And all that. But besides the election,
I got the news at about 3:30
what?
a.m.
Wow.
and I didn't believe it.
Did you see it on the news or like just side talk?
No, it was on a friend's status on his WhatsApp.
Oh, right.
Status. So
Yeah.
breaking news: elections have
Yeah.
been postponed, and I'm like, okay, that cannot be true. Okay, and I didn't pay any heed to it.
Yeah,
At-
I didn't see that coming as well.
didn't
I
see
think
it.
it took everyone by surprise. Some people knew. I don't know how they.
Then
but-
at about 7 or at 7 about 7 a.m. or 7:30 a.m. I
Yeah.
come out and
Breaking news.
and then it was
You can see the
really-
sadness on people's
Oh my
faces. Like everybody
goodness.
was like, most people were disappointed.
You know, I had people who had traveled to
I know.
different places.
I know. It was really sad.
Yeah, it was sad. It
But
was-
I mean, everything happens for good.
For good,
And I
for
feel
good.
like maybe it's a good thing that election didn't take place, because on Friday, it was, yeah.
It was-
No, like on Friday, everyone was so much.
Yeah.
The pressure was too much.
Yeah, and it kind of has, to some extent, it has.
Watered
I
down.
wouldn't. Yes, it has. It has
That's what I'm
watered it
saying.
down,
Last
yeah.
week was like
The tension
the
was
tension
there.
was there.
This time it's like more people are. a
People
little
are
bit
just relaxed. Like,
and
okay,
then,
yeah, whatever.
And then you also have people. It has dampened some people's spirits. I
No,
think.
I don't think so. I think people are more like
They're
even pushing-
gingered to do it
they're
right now. You think
are
so?
you guys trying to confuse us? No, we're going out
We're
to
going
vote.
out.
Like,
Exactly. That's what I
yeah,
said. I said
whether you like it or not. we're going
if
out.
I did, even if I did not want to vote before now,
yeah, I'm going to vote.
You know, because
Yeah.
of that. So I hope you're having that same kind of mindset
But
out there.
Besides the election, though, I enjoyed last week Saturday.
Oh,
it
it
was
was-
like a holy Saturday.
No, I
right?
didn't just
No
enjoy
wedding,
last week.
no election,
No election,
no burial,
no burial,
no nothing.
Nothing.
It was just there.
It was just there.
Oh
You
my
couldn't.
God. Sabbath
there was-
Saturday.
nothing was happening. I enjoyed the entire weekend though. 'Cause,
Yeah, it was really good.
like,
the atmosphere was calm.
most parts of the city, all over Nigeria,
It was quite calm.
it was calm. You know, you
Yeah.
had people. A lot of people were just
And
indoors.
Exactly, it was like house
It's like we
arrest,
all had that.
family time,
Everybody had
compulsory
that.
family
Like we
time.
call, nobody really wants to go out or anything because
I
I think
know.
everybody had that mindset. Okay,
We're not going
We're
out.
not going out. So
Yeah, so even when it comes to the election, like people found it difficult to go.
nobody had plans to go out.
Yeah, so there was nowhere to go. Anyway. Oh yeah, so we haven't
Okay.
introduced ourselves.
No, we haven't. We
Oh,
just had
God.
to. We just had to talk about last
about-
week.
yeah.
Because,
It was fun filled.
but of course, we're here. We're
Yeah.
here this week, and hopefully, well, tomorrow, go out there, cast your vote. Make sure that your civic responsibility is being taken care of.
Oh yeah.
By now, everybody would have gotten their PVC, or at least almost
Of course.
everybody. I was taking a look at the headline news, the newspaper headlines right here on Salvation TV, and I found out that over 11 million people, registered people, will not be voting because I mean they haven't gotten their PVCs, and that's something else. But
Anyway.
well, you wanted to add to that?
No. I was gonna say, like, why is PVC so difficult to get, anyways? Anyway,
All right, so
all right.
now back to the program. It's Daily Quest, of course, and you already know. And just in case you do not know, my name is Aniti Udok,
And my name is Precious Umo.
and today we will be taking a look at fighting for your best. Okay, fighting for your best. I mean, having to fight for your best. A lot of people don't fight for their best. They don't bring out their best. Because,
Yeah, true. I agree. And today you really impressed me as well.
oh, tell me about that.
You came
I was like,
in-
you like my tie?
No, no.
So
Anita, you're full of yourself.
What's
Oh my
this
God.
about?
No, today you came in like super early.
Super early.
Yeah, and you called me.
Yeah, I called you as well.
Most times, reverse is the case. I'm always the one to call you.
Okay.
And today you called me.
Well, I've turned a new leaf.
Yeah, you're fighting for your
I'm
best, right?
fighting for my best right now, you know.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah,
today
since I started research, the research on this.
you wanted to prove a point.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
You sure did.
Thank you very much. And I can owe that to a book I read, Papa's book. I'm not
Be the best.
Yeah, be the best.
I read it
I'm
last
not
week.
done with it. I'm not done with it. But
Yeah.
whoa,
Really good
you should
book,
get
yeah.
that book.
I read it last
by-
week, Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Be the best by
read
David
it
Ibiume.
last
You
week.
should get that book. I recommend it for you. Okay, it's working
Really good
wonders
book.
for me right now. Okay, so we're
Coming
talking.
earlier. I hope next week.
Next
you-
week I'll be-
you keep up. If
next
I
week-
get here before you, you're in
Next
trouble.
week you would think I was one of the security guards or something.
Really?
Yeah, I'll
today
be-
you scared
I'll-
me. Like
I'll be
you
earlier,
were-
don't
you were
worry.
So early.
I'll be earlier, and maybe the week after that I'll even come a day before
And sleep here.
Yes, and in the
That would be
studio.
nice.
You'd like that?
All
Okay,
right.
we're talking about fighting for your best.
Okay.
Now there are people who fight for their best. I mean, all over. If you get to look, not everybody, not a lot of people don't fight for their best.
Okay.
But then those who do fight for their best, you get to find out that they always stand out.
Yeah.
Okay, they always stand out. There are people who you would always notice there's this excellence around them.
Yeah.
Okay, they're always talked about. They're always celebrated because
Yeah.
they fight for their best.
I
mean,
like to
if you-
think as well that anybody at the top, like most people at the top, Papa, Bishop, Dangote, whatever, yeah, we admire them.
Mac,
Yeah, I know.
Zuckerberg now, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Facebook.
We could go on and on.
Yeah, we can go on and on. Amazon. Yeah, but those
Tiger
people.
Woods.
Yeah, Nite. Okay. Yeah, those people, I like to think that they fight for their best on a daily basis because can you imagine, we'll probably not be hearing about them today if they were living like the normal life. Ronaldo, I'm not a big fan, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I hear he stays back to do his whole training, so he's the best. So, yeah. I like Messi more, so I don't like to talk about Ronaldo.
I'm not going to go into this whole football frenzy
I know.
talk with you this
Because
week.
you love Ronaldo, right?
Ronaldo is cool.
Okay, that's enough. Before we start arguing.
And I wasn't going
That's
to go into it. Okay.
Yeah.
But I think Ronaldo is
I
cool.
think people at the top, people who have made it in life, they fight for their best on a daily basis, and they sacrifice a lot to be where they are right now, and they keep sacrificing. You know?
Exactly. And speaking about sacrifices, you need to always. That's why you find out that they do a little bit extra than everyone else.
Exactly.
Okay, they put in more time to
Into
whatever
their
it is.
job
their
or
job, career, prayer. You can be the best at praying.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
so
There's
you
some
be-
people that pray more than some other people.
Yes, and you could be the best at fasting. You could be the best at
You could be-
everything. Just all you just need to. You have to do it consistently.
You can be the
and-
best at fasting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Like fasting giant.
Yes, being a fasting giant. That's the word. That's the word for it. Okay, you become a
right.
fasting giant. Do you know what that would do to your spirit?
I know.
When you become a fasting giant.
Are you one? I like to.
I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm a giant in fasting. But
Please don't even add fasting to you.
I'm more like a David. You know the small David in Bible, the one with the sling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The small David.
Yeah. The David that was a king. He wasn't a king at that time anyway. He was a
David,
shepherd.
yeah.
Yeah, more like that. Okay. Some of us will like food. All right. Just like I was trying to say, that would do a
Yeah.
whole lot, to
Yeah.
your spirit. And speaking about spirit, man has a soul, or man is soul, has a spirit, and lives in a body. Okay. And of course, if you fight for the best for your spirit will be the best. If you fight for the best
like
for
you feed your spirit with the word of God and all that. Yeah. I
and
agree.
so your spirit would be better for it, would be best for it, if we want to put it that way.
Exactly.
Same thing goes for your soul. But if you fight for the best for your body, then your body also will be the best.
Yeah, like you put food in your body.
Food, makeup.
So did you have to look
And-
at me and do like makeup?
Yeah, because you're the one with the makeup,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. So it depends on what you're fighting for, but it is actually necessary. Now, there are important reasons why you need to fight for your very best. The importance of being the best. Okay, we have it makes you stand out. I was trying to talk about that. Okay, you're always recognized. You're always being celebrated. Okay, when you get to see some celebrity athletes. Okay, people like Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt.
Yeah, he's a good athlete. I mean,
I guess.
yeah, when it comes to the 100-meter dash, I mean, the guy is very fast, and I think it's
And
the
that
Bolt
was
in
that
his
his
name,
signature.
where I think he does something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he does that. So you see that kind of a guy at the airport. You find out that no one, he's being celebrated. He doesn't go through the kind of security checks that other people would be going through, and that's because he stands out from
Yeah,
others
in his field.
In his field. Same thing would go for people like Sharapova or Serena Williams who play lawn tennis.
Yeah.
Okay, they are the best at what they do. Okay, and at some point it was Tiger Woods. I don't think he's still the best right there in golf. I should check that out.
Tiger Woods.
Yeah,
No,
he used to be.
He used to be,
but right
I
now I
don't know.
don't think.
I think right now for boxing is what's his name?
Mayweather?
Yeah, Mayweather.
Or Anthony.
Yeah.
It depends on the category you're talking about. Okay.
Anthony.
Yeah, so they stand out. These people stand out, and of course, when we were talking,
Adesanya.
hmm,
Yeah, the boxing guy.
yes.
He's good. Okay, yeah. So well.
So it makes you stand out, and of course you see that Salvation Ministry stands out. Okay,
course,
that's because Papa stands out. Okay, when you want to think about it,
Yeah.
okay, he stands out, and that's because he fights for his best at every single time.
Yeah.
Okay, you find out that he's always researching, always reinventing,
Reading.
yeah, reinventing
There was
stuff.
something
Right?
Papa said some time ago. He said, as a boss, you should always take the lead.
Mm-hmm.
So if your subordinates, if you find out that your subordinates, like you allow them to shine as well, but you should always be ahead of them.
Yeah.
Like no matter what they think they know, when you talk or when you give your own orders, the difference should be clear.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes people assume the position of the head in the office,
Yeah.
but their subordinates are more enlightened and more fast in reading and researching and all that about them. And that doesn't help as if you're a boss, right?
Yeah.
If you're a boss, you should take the lead. You should always research about your field, find out things that other people don't know before they even try to find out. You already know it. Like
I mean,
you should always have an answer.
Yeah, you should always have an answer. You should be
Yeah,
able
when
to
it
go
comes
for
to you,
trainings and stuff
yeah,
like that.
you should always have an answer. Like, I mean, you can ask for their opinion, but when you give your final,
Verdict
yeah, it should be like, oh wow, our boss is good.
is good. Yes.
Yeah. So,
And that makes you.
I think
stand.
that's what Papa does.
Mhm.
Like when you hear other pastors preaching, it's really good. Like they preach so well. But when Papa, I mean, it's Papa. It's different. When
Yes.
Papa stands to preach on the same topic, the difference is clear.
It still stands out.
Of course, of course. That's the whole idea. Okay, so the second point, importance of being the best. The second point would be it puts you on high demand. So fight for your best, demand excellence from yourself. So when we talk about fighting for your best, it's not the best from other people or other people you employ. It's the best within. Like you need to demand excellence from yourself.
Yes.
Have you ever been doing something and your mind tells you or your body tells you can go on, and you tell yourself, no, let me postpone it
Yeah,
to
that
some other
happens,
time. Yeah, because your body can stretch or your mind can stretch as far as you let it stretch.
Stretch, yeah.
Yeah, but if you don't allow your mind to stretch, you'd always find out that it seems as if you can't do more than what you're already doing. I mean, sometimes you're doing something. It happens to me as well.
Okay.
I might be doing something, or maybe I'm given a particular task. Because of one or two things, I know I could have done better in that particular thing,
Yeah.
but I just decide to leave it like average, which shouldn't be the norm. You should always stretch yourself and go for the best. Like, don't settle for
For less.
Yes, don't settle for. And you know what? I find out that when I kind of settle for like less, I beat myself like, oh, I should have done this. I can do it. Like, you know, stuff like that. So I think when you're the best in what you do, it puts you on high demand. And the way to get there is to demand excellence from yourself.
Exactly.
You just need to push yourself to be better at what you're doing.
Yeah, it's like I think also when you say it puts you on high demand, it
Yeah.
makes high demand. That means a lot of people might want your services, and
Yeah.
a lot of people would demand your kind of person or
Yeah.
services depending on what it is
Yeah.
that you do. Take for example, someone is a mechanic, okay,
Yeah.
An automobile mechanic or something, and then. Just the way it's not just about repairing the vehicle,
Yeah.
okay, but they repair the vehicle. Some people after they're done, all the grease, all the oil, they just leave the car the way it was, okay. After you might have left it at the workshop or something,
Yeah.
you go out to pick up your car, you find out that it's still looking messy, even though they might have done a good job in the repairs.
Yeah.
Now, if you are someone who always goes for the best, which means as a mechanic, after doing all that,
Yeah.
you get to clean the car up.
Obviously.
You find out that you would always be
Yeah.
on high demand. People
Yeah.
will always prefer to be at your workshop
Yeah.
rather than somewhere else because you are the best at what you do.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, the way you also relate to people also could
Matters a lot.
matters a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're the best at that, it will also place you in high demand.
Yeah, I know speaking about mechanics and all that, I know a particular AC technician.
Okay.
If he touches your electronic, if he touches your AC, say goodbye to it.
Say goodbye, it's gone.
Say goodbye to that AC.
You need a new one.
No, you will keep calling him. Oh my
Okay,
God.
okay.
If it touches your AC, your fridge, or anything, just go and buy a new one. Go to Thermocool because he'll fix one and destroy the other.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what kind of human being that person is. I think he enjoys coming back.
I think he's fighting for his worst.
Yeah, he's not fighting for his best. And then he'll argue for the whole Africa.
Oh.
Like, oh no, I did it well. This is it. These people. So yeah, I mean,
people
some
like-
people feel like it's better they come back 100 times than just do a good job and get referrals, right? I mean, you can do it because he knows what to do to get it done at once, and he chooses not to. Or maybe
It might just be his strategy to
keep coming
to
back
keep coming back and
getting
get
some
some money from. Yeah, it might just be his strategy, but he would not understand that would actually be would deter him from meeting newer
Yeah.
clients and better people and getting better jobs as well.
Yeah. I feel like if you're given any task, you should think beyond what you're even being paid for. I was doing something before. When someone pays me to do that particular job, I go beyond what is given.
What is given, okay,
because I
beautiful.
like the job, right? So first of all, I think you need to love the job or the service you're rendering,
You're rendering, yeah,
for you to even do a good job.
true.
Yeah.
Now, people fight for their best when they have an emergency. You get to find out that a whole lot of people, the only time they get to fight for their best is when they have an emergency. Some people do not pray. I'm going to use prayer first as an example.
Obviously, yeah.
Some people don't pray at all. And then some people pray once in a while. Some people pray just only in the morning.
Yeah,
okay?
and then when they have a scary dream.
Then when you have one scary dream, you wake up and your heart is beating and then you're sweating all over and
yeah.
the room it looks as if you're with someone in the room when you're actually with no one in the room. You find out that that's when they start to pray, or maybe when you now start finding that you're feeling a particular pain in a place where you usually don't feel pain, maybe a lower back or upper back or something, and you're worried about that particular pain and you're scared about it. That's where you start, praying and, kabashing and trying to
Yeah.
make sure that,
which should be a norm.
which should be a norm. It should be something.
you should be on
You should be
fire
on the
anyway.
defensive. You should be on fire. You should be on the defensive at every single time. But it's only when there is an emergency
Yeah,
that some people get to act.
that's true. Can you relate to it?
I-
You look like someone that can...
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say
No,
that.
not in terms of prayer, but like generally, do you work better when you have emergency, or if it's urgent? Let me not use the word emergency. Urgent, like if it's-
Well, if you say if I work better, yeah,
some people work better under pressure.
Mhm.
Like they have a deadline. They've had this deadline for the past 6 months,
Okay.
and then they're so slow
I'm able
about
to
it.
work under pressure if it's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, some people
You should have
have.
noticed that by now.
I know. That's why I was like,
Okay.
can you relate to it?
Yeah, I can.
But yeah, some people are given a particular job for a month,
Mm.
and they don't do anything about it for the whole month, and
Until
then
it's a day to.
no, the day of the deadline.
Yeah.
And then they start running helter skelter, and you find out that they're even doing it better than the people that.
That have started all. Yeah, that happens. But
Yeah.
it's actually not a very good feat.
No, it's not,
Yeah.
because you stress your
You stress
mind,
your
your
mind,
brain,
stress
and all
yourself,
that.
and
I
then you're
know
under
in
pressure,
particular-
and then there's
Yeah.
tension.
I know a lady that is into the fashion business. She's really good. Like, she's quite known. So she had this fashion show coming up, and she knew about it for the whole time, and she had to present to like the who is who in fashion and all that, and she had no inspiration whatsoever.
Okay.
And then a week before the
The
day,
event.
yeah, she starts churning out all the inspirations, all the styles, and all that, and she had like 14 different looks to showcase. And I was wondering, like, I asked her, I was like, why are you stressing yourself now, running around thinking about, oh, how to convey the clothes, how to make the clothes, and all that? She's like, she didn't have any inspiration for the past month. She was given the job. So I don't know.
I think it does. I
don't
think
know
it
how
works.
people-
It might work for some people, and it might not work for some people. In that case, because I believe that it's better to research. It's
Yeah.
better to
I wouldn't
plan, you
Like,
know,
I-
and try to get
Oh
things
my
done.
God. I don't know how
you're
people,
relaxed.
I don't know how people function, but for me, if I had something that serious or whatever, I don't think I would sleep until until it's done.
Think about it. I
Ah.
mean, I think I call that the gunfire approach, where it's like the PVCs. Okay.
Yeah.
People had a long time to collect the PVCs,
Yeah, and they refuse to.
and
go.
some of them never went anywhere. They didn't. After registering, they
Anita.
never tried to get it. Yeah.
Okay.
They never tried to get it until.
I like to disagree with you, because if you go to get it, it's a whole day, and you probably not get it.
But you have to try. You
You
have
keep
to try.
trying for
There are
like
pe-
2
there are
weeks, and
peop-
you keep missing your appointments because you're going to INEC office to go. And
Well, I don't think it happens to everybody. I think if you keep going, if
it didn't
you've
happen
been
to
there,
me though,
f-
because
well, I went
Nigeria.
twice before I got it. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine was like real quick, but that's
Eh,
because
you knew someone
yeah.
there, right? Because
But
I know
no.
I went twice.
No,
so-
but think about it. If you didn't know anybody there, and you keep going and going and going, and then you stand under the sun. Anyway, let's not be talking
about that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, so it's not just when you have an emergency that you should fight for your best. Always ask yourself for the best, because think about it. Being the best is an internal decision. It's something you get to think about
Yeah.
inside. You know that you don't need to agree with someone that you're going to be. I have to be the best.
Oh, God.
And I'm agreeing with you that
Yeah.
I have to be the best. You have to. It's an internal thing.
It
It's an
shouldn't
internal
even be
decision.
a topic of discussion. Like maybe seeking
should make up your
approval
mind.
from somebody. Like, I want to go into this business. What do you think? Like, what do you want me to think? I don't know. If you want to go into it and you feel like you can deliver, you can do the job, and you've prayed about it, why not? I mean, you shouldn't seek any approval from anybody to be the best. No, I don't think so. I read a very wonderful quote this morning.
Okay.
It says, good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best.
Whoa.
That's so good, right?
Yeah, really
So
nice. You're
good.
good, better, and you're better, best.
Yeah, good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is...
Is best. And I'm wondering what your best will be. Probably bestest. Just thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But you know what, Anita? Sometimes some people think they're doing good. Like, this is my best. So how do you know when there's still room for improvement?
I think you never know. I think you just need to keep
Yeah.
pushing yourself, okay?
Right.
Because sometimes you never know. Sometimes you never know the heights at which you could reach. You never know what you can achieve
Until you explore.
okay? Until you go out there and start doing something.
Yeah.
Yes. As long as you keep pushing yourself, there's no limit. I don't think there's a limit, like there's a benchmark where you say, okay, when you get here, that means
Yeah.
I'm the best. There's always room.
But some
for
people are
improvement.
so like, what should I say, very proud.
Mhm.
Like once they achieve a certain level of
certain level.
success, so they go like, oh, like I'm good, I'm the best in my field, I'm a pro.
And then they get to wake up
Professional.
one day and find out that one
Someone-
newcomer is usually a newcomer, and usually a younger newcomer
Obviously.
has taken over.
Obviously, because
Okay.
you're so proud and thinking like, oh, I'm the best, I've achieved this and that. There's no more room for improvement,
Mhm.
and their mind is just fixed to a
To
particular.
a particular way of life or thinking. Now, people are lazy at taking time to think and plan, and so when they become that lazy, there's no way that they can, fight for their best. There's no way they can come out with their best, because when you're lazy,
Yeah.
I think more people are even more lazy with their minds. It's easier for people to be lazy with their minds. Like, you find that there are people who just don't like thinking. They don't want to give a second thought to anything
Or even researching.
or a research. No, it's really work, and the work of the mind is tedious, and you
It
wouldn't even know that
Have
it's
you
that
ever
tedious.
pondered on any particular thing and your head starts?
Spinning?
Oh God, has
Yeah.
it ever happened to you?
Yes,
Oh God.
yes.
It's
Especially when it has to do with something that I am not too familiar with.
Oh right. Oh,
Mhm.
really?
Yeah, if I'm not too familiar with it and I have to think about ways of making something work, okay, and I'm not too familiar with that particular, for instance, when I started broadcasting,
Yeah.
there was a time where I had to do a news report, and I wasn't good at. I wouldn't say I wasn't good. I would say I had
Yeah.
never done a news report before. All I did was present
The program.
the program and do talk shows and things like that. So when it came to news reporting, I really had to think about it, because I needed to do it differently
Okay, from other people.
from other people, and then still be unique enough to be interesting.
Yeah.
Not different. There's a good different, and then there's a bad different, because you
Yeah.
could do something differently and it doesn't come out
It
right.
doesn't
The
work,
results
yeah.
don't work, and then you could do something differently and you have very good or best results
Yeah.
you could ever imagine. So while I was thinking about that,
Yeah, your
I
brain
just,
was
my brain
like-
was just I had to leave it for a while,
And
then
come back.
and then I came back, and then everything
Yeah.
settled. Because some people don't. The thing is, some people don't just give a second thought or even a third thought to anything. They just think about it. Okay, that's it. Let's just do it. But if it's something that you keep researching, you keep looking into, you get the best out of it, because you have looked at it from different angles.
yeah.
You understand that, because there are different angles to
But then
different
again,
things.
do you think that passion has any role to play in being your best? Like
Yes, you need to be passionate about whatever it is that you're doing to be the best.
Okay.
You need to be, because if you don't have passion for it, then how would you be able to be consistent at
Enough.
it enough to be the best?
How about people that have 3-4 different job skills, and they're all of them are thriving? Like, what would you say about that? Is it possible to be passionate about 4 different things?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is. I totally agree. I would say,
Is that not
'cause
master of none?
No.
Jack of all trades.
master of none.
Yeah.
I seriously don't believe in that saying.
Yeah, jack of all trades.
Trade, master of none. First of all, you can't be the jack of all trades. You'd be the jack of a lot of trades, but all
Yeah,
trades.
not all trades.
Not all trades.
I think that statement is highly exaggerated.
It's highly exaggerated. I have
Yeah.
a friend. He works with an oil company.
Yeah,
He paints.
yeah.
And when I mean he paints almost perfectly. He paints. He's an artist. I don't know an artist that is that good. He's as good as them, Da Vinci, the people that brought you the Mona Lisa and stuff like that. That's what I think. Okay, I give it to
Yeah.
him. Okay, now those are 2 different things altogether.
Yeah.
And then he's also a video and audio editor.
Yeah.
Okay, so some of the content I used to put out back in the day on social media were edited by him and shot by him as well. Okay, and you wouldn't even know that such a person who would be working for such a firm, who would be able to paint and all that, would have the time to sit down and learn how to edit and all that. So he's good at all these things.
Yeah.
Okay, and other things as well, I'm sure.
No, I personally agree with you because I feel like you can have more than one skill. Like some
You
people
can have
are
more than two.
more than three. I mean, like some people can sing, they can dance, they can cook, they can do a lot of things, you know,
Yes.
and they're all like very
It's
good.
called versatility, so they're all
Yeah.
versatile.
So when they say what's it called, jack of all trade,
trades,
of
yeah.
all trade, are you kidding me? Can be all trade,
It can't be all trade.
a master
You
of
ca-
none. You can be
yeah.
master of two or three,
All four.
or maybe five.
Oh.
Who knows?
Remember, if you're just joining us, this right here is the Daily Quest. It's the Fabulous Friday edition. I get to call it the TGIF edition, which is the Thank God It's Friday
Oh, maybe
edition.
the-
And for this particular one, it's
The pre-election
edition.
edition.
Okay,
Why do
so-
I feel like you want to talk about election?
No, I don't want to.
Okay,
I just,
please
but
don't.
I'm not going to talk about the elections. But
Please
then
go and vote
we
tomorrow.
vote tomorrow.
If the election holds.
Oh my goodness! Why do some people have that notion? Anyway,
Hey, I'll sit down again and eat and sleep. No, but it's going to hold.
you want another Holy Saturday, don't you?
Holy Saturday. No,
That's
last
what-
week was epic.
That's what
No,
that's what Nigerians got to call it.
I saw it. Oh, no. I shouldn't talk about that.
Okay. Maybe when we get to the buzz, we might
Yeah,
be able
yeah.
to talk a little bit
that.
about that. Okay. Now a lot. You need to ask yourself.
Yeah.
That was what I was going into. You
And-
need to ask yourself for the best.
Then again, thinking about fighting for your best, you need to be self-disciplined and be like you have to be determined to make it, because I mean there are lots of things that are going to be a stumbling block, you know, that would stop you from being the best. I don't have time. I'm a mom. I'm a dad. I work.
Excuses.
Excuses. Yeah, my children didn't let me do this and that. I mean, sometimes it's very easy to use those things as excuses,
As
but
excuses, yeah.
it shouldn't be the case.
You shouldn't have an excuse
Shouldn't have an
when
excuse,
you want
yeah.
to be the best.
Especially when you've put your money into something. I mean, some people start up businesses and they're hardly ever there for the business, and I don't know how they want that business to thrive.
To thrive.
It's not going to work. Like no.
Sometimes the businesses die before their owners. And that's terrible. And that's because they were never there in the first place. They never put in
Like,
the-
I mean, how do you put in money? Even if it's not your money, someone gave you the money, but it's money, right?
Mhm.
And you start a business and you're never available. How can you be the best? And then you're complaining when your competitors are doing better, and
better.
your customers are going somewhere else, and you keep complaining, oh, these people, are you sure this lady is not using jazz? She's not using any jazz. Good. She's not using any jazz, but
So that's-
her jazz is self-discipline.
Yes.
Like she wakes up early, she goes to her store or her place of work, and people come and patronize her, and you're in your house sleeping.
sleeping, and then you suspect your village people.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
And then you
are
come in.
your
No,
village
you
people.
come into the store and start sprinkling water and start anointing the whole place. Oh my God! You anoint from now till tomorrow.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing would
Until
happen.
you make up your mind to make your business work.
True.
And you know what? Your business will never work better in someone else's hands. Like you have to be there.
You need to give it that attention.
Yeah, you need to give your business the attention it requires. Some people go like, oh, I employed this professional, blah, blah, blah. I imported him or her from Lagos. The person is good. The business is not going to work. You know, you have the passion for the business. You're the owner of the business. So somehow, even when people go like, oh, boss, I have to leave or whatever, it's your business. You have to stay behind. When a customer is complaining about anything, you have good words to say to the
to say,
person
yeah.
to calm the situation down, as opposed to a manager or a sales girl who'll probably go like, oh, why are you shouting, you know, and just talk to the customer rudely.
Yes.
But if you're there, your presence alone can make a difference. That's what I think.
But it depends on the kind of business you're talking about. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's a new business, then obviously it would need your attention, because after all, it is your business. I mean,
Yeah.
no one else would handle your business
better than you.
I mean, and there's a saying that goes, "Mind your business." So I mean, you need to mind your own business, right?
Sure.
Do you understand what
With a
I'm trying
glass
to
of water.
Exactly. So go ahead and mind your, when it's a growing business, but when it's a business that has
If it's
already
stable,
grown and
yeah.
it's stable to some extent, of
Then,
course
yeah,
you
you can-
would need managers
Definitely. Like, no.
When you've expanded, you've gotten
Exactly.
branches
I mean,
here and
have
there.
you
You
heard
can't
Papa,
be everywhere.
Have you heard Papa say that for the first 9 years of the ministry, he never traveled anywhere outside Nigeria?
Because he needed to be. I mean, that's
Exactly.
his business,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying. Like, so if you're just starting up a business, in as much as you employ people that will help you, because you can be the head and tail of everything. Like, you need help, right?
Yeah.
But you need to give the business attention.
Yeah, true.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. But when the business is stable and you're expanding and you're opening branches in different places, of course, you can be in one station and control every other thing.
Now, some people actually let people stop them from being the best. Like
talk them out.
Talk them out. You mentioned about the excuses. Now, I'm talking about people who actually look at you and try to talk you out of being the best. Now, they don't necessarily come to you and say, don't be the best. No, they don't do that. They just come and have ways of telling you, you know, you're putting in too much extra time on this work. You're putting in too much extra time on this job. You're putting in too much energy on this particular project. You should relax. You should chill. You should just, take some time out. And you know that you do not need that time out. You would have that time out to relax when the job is done. But because you've got these people who come to you to dissuade you from whatever it is that you're doing, you find out that you're not being the best. So do not entertain people who come to make you remain at a particular spot.
This kind of people are very subtle. They just come and water down whatever plan you have. They just come around you like, why are you dressing up? Where are you going? It's like, I have this job interview in one old firm. And they go like, how? You that can sleep from now till tomorrow. Are you sure you even wake up for the... Yeah? Do you get that? They already... Instead of them to tell you like, I think, that's a good one.
That's a good one, yeah.
Make sure you wake up early. Get prepared. They tell you your weaknesses. Like, are you sure you're going to wake up for the interview? You'll probably miss the interview and all that. So those kind of people, run away from them. Because, and then when people say stuff like that, you find out that you're even concurring with them. That's true. Are you sure? I'll even wake up for... Why would you wake up for it?
Yeah, but some come up with actually excuses for you. They make excuses for you.
Yeah.
You say
the job, have the time.
You say, will you have that? Will you be able to go? I mean, think
it's
about
too
it.
Far.
It's too far from your house. Proximity matters. Yes. It's how many kilometers from your... You'll be spending... And you are not sure of the pay. Why don't you apply for... they talk you out of it. And
true. And some people buy this... this talk.
It's still part of that... process I was talking about, being lazy in the mind, because the first thought that just comes into their heads, or someone puts a thought in someone's head, and you just take it like that, hook, line and sinker. And at the end of the day, you miss out on whatever it is that you were supposed to achieve from that particular project.
And some people always find the easier way out, but there's a popular saying, right? What comes easy won't last. And what lasts won't come easy as well. So, I mean, you have to fight for what you want. Go for it. Don't settle for any mediocre or mediocrity kind of mentality. Go for the best. If you want to aim for the sky, go. Just aim for it. And don't have plan B.
Excuse me?
Don't have plan B.
What do you mean by don't have plan B?
Yes, no, because...
You should have the plan B. I don't know what you mean by don't have plan B.
The plan B could be... I mean, sometimes people have plan A, plan B, and they somehow don't get to plan A.
Because they have...
Yes.
Because B is distracting them.
Yeah, B is too simple. No, B is too simple.
Okay.
So you just go for B. Like when you're applying for college, right? You're going to school. So I think they have first option, second option. The first option is always a very top school.
Yeah.
Difficult to get in. And your plan B is like, anyhow. You will learn. But if you don't have any option, and you know that if you don't get plan A, if you don't get this college,
okay,
you'll be at home for the next 1 year. Trust me, You would do
You
all,
will do all
it
it
takes
takes
to get to.
Okay, I get
You
you.
get what I'm
I
saying?
get what you're saying.
So
you know.
sometimes don't have plan B. It helps. Or maybe let your plan B be really high as well.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make your plan B like too simple,
It shouldn't be less
low.
than your
Yeah.
plan A, your original plan.
Sure.
Okay, I totally agree with you right there on that particular one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we've been taking a look at fighting for your best. We've been talking about fighting for your best right here on the Daily Quest on a Fabulous Friday. We've mentioned stuff like it makes you stand out if you get to fight for your best. We've also talked about it puts you on high demand, and I have. Even reading the Bible, you get to find out there were people that fought for their best. I mean, Jesus fought for his best. Okay, Jesus Christ himself, fought for his very best. The prophet Elijah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he fought for his best. You know, there a lot of them got to fight for their best.
Sure.
Paul,
Oh yeah, Paul.
that's one of my favorites.
one great guy. Like,
Yeah.
He was. I mean, to think that he never met Jesus one on one, and his life turned and was so impactful up to date.
Yes.
It's something to. That's why Papa always says it's not about proximity, it's all about connectivity.
Connectivity, yeah.
Yeah, I read about Abraham and how he wanted almost sacrifice his son and all that. So he gave his best and he got a great reward.
Yeah, that was his best. Whoa, that was.
He
his
almost
best.
gave his best.
He was about to give his best.
Like
In
literally,
fact, he gave his
in
best.
fact,
It's
he
just
do
that.
you know what? He
his
already.
best
I think Abraham already sacrificed Isaac in
in his
heart
mind. Yeah, he had already
before
done
he
that.
even got
He had
there.
already.
And to think, I was asking myself, I was like, how come Isaac was lying down there? Why didn't he just get up and run home? Like, Mom, Dad is about to.
I think
something like
he was
that.
tired.
He was tired, but he was just looking at his dad like, what's this
What
guy
would
trying
you
to do?
And it's not.
No, some kids.
he
would
was
be
giving.
like,
He was giving his own best at that particular point in time.
no, it's a very. I don't know. Isaac is a wonderful man as well because I don't know. He asked his dad, "Where's our offering?"
Yes, for
And he said,
sacrifice. Yes.
God is going to provide,
Mhm.
and then he starts
He
tying
believed.
him up
Yes.
to kill him.
Yeah, he was tying him up, and he's like, "Whoa, this is a new one."
It's so funny thinking about it. It's so funny.
What do you think? Yeah.
Kids of today will probably just jump up, run to their mom, try to untie themselves, or I don't know. They'll be so inquisitive, like, Dad, what are you trying to do? They will talk so much. Are you trying to kill me? And their dad will probably be like disorganized, like, why are you talking too much? I don't know,
But I think or their dad would try to gag them at that point in time.
yeah, probably cover their mouth.
That's what I'm saying.
Because more questions, more distractions.
They
Oh,
would need
wow.
to, it might not have been necessary to record all that. He might
Yeah,
have asked
maybe-
more questions.
I'm sure he did because that's very uncommon. Oh well, I think right about now we should go into ways to fight for your best.
Okay, all right.
Do you
Ways to
wanna go
fight for your
first?
best. All right. No, you go ahead.
Okay, so the first one would be quality information. You should go for quality information in your field of endeavor. So Papa always says you're a fashion designer and you haven't read one book
On fashion.
on fashion. You don't know when they ask you who is Coco Chanel or maybe like a renowned fashion designer, and you go like, who is Coco Chanel? How can you ask who is Coco Chanel? Like, I mean, if you're into fashion, you should
You should know.
know. Yeah, go for quality information, go for more research, and all that. Yeah.
Okay, and the very next one would be love your assignment. I like that. Love your assignment. Whatever it is that you are doing, you need to love that because if you do not enjoy what you're doing, it becomes stressful. It becomes more than just a job to you. You have tension while doing it. But if you love it, it's more like play. It's like what I get to do right here, or what we get to do right here.
Yeah.
I love doing this. Okay, aside from love talking, I love being in front of the camera and all that. So
I
I
can
love
see.
my assignment.
And you love talking as well.
Yes, that's why I said apart from the fact that
Yeah,
I love talking,
You actually love talking.
but I am not a talkative.
I think you're a talkative. I think you're a talkative.
Is that what you think?
Yeah.
Why? I mean, okay. I'm not going to argue with you because
Don't argue.
that would mean that you're correct.
Okay, all right.
That would mean that you're correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
you read the book about Papa, right? The Papa Be the Best.
Be the best, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of
We
these
talked about it already.
we talked
The
about
points
some
are
of the
from
points
there.
we're bringing out
shout out to
from there. So shout
Pastor
out to
David
Papa on
Obiamia.
that particular one.
Thank
Yes,
you.
you should get the book and then you
Read
would
it.
read it
Yeah.
and get to understand more. Okay, we just talked about quality information, and you can get
It's
quality
right there.
information from
Love
that
Your
particular.
Assignment is right there.
It's right there. Just get
And
the
lots
book.
more.
All right,
And you can get it from the Knowledge Center.
Knowledge Center. Yes.
And online as well. Yeah.
And of course, it's actually on the screen right there. So you could how to get it. It's simple.
Right there on the screen.
It's right there on the screen. All you have to do it's Be the Best. It's a small book, but
Very
it's
small book.
It's
You can read it
impactful.
in 2 hours.
It's
if you're a slow
impactful
reader.
and it's packed.
Yeah.
Impactfully packed. Okay.
Impactfully packed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It had an impact in my life. I mean, think about me right now. Have you seen
Anita, you're full
difference?
of yourself.
It's not about being full
I'm
of
not
myself.
seeing
I'm being
any
full of the
difference.
book right now.
No, I didn't see any difference.
You didn't see any difference?
No, I'm not seeing any difference.
You have
the only
changed.
difference.
But you said
is that you
you
came
said
here
it
early.
yourself.
That's
No,
it.
not just early. Not just early. Very, very
Yeah,
early.
very, very early. Are you
Yes.
happy now?
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, you can get the book online at www.smhos.org/store. The number is on the screen. You can place your orders now. Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and get a copy for yourself and get one for a loved one.
Okay, so the next tip will be increase your capacity. So some people have, I'll just give an example. If you have a business and the demand is really high, people don't want to spend money to make money. Instead of you to expand your capacity and employ more people that would help you in getting the job done. I mean, you need to increase your capacity. The higher you go, the more hands you need to work with
I
you.
think we're running out of time, so
Yes.
we'll just quickly run through
Just run through
these points.
the
These
points.
points are on the book, okay? So if you get Be the Best by David Ibiomie, you will be able to get these points, and of course it's being
And lots
explained
more.
and elaborated.
Okay, so the next
right
point
there.
would be,
Character.
okay, so we're not explaining.
No, I'm not character,
Okay,
and
so
the next one is
self-discipline
and then we have diligence
and excellence.
and then say no to excuses. We talked
and-
about that.
Yeah, and finally, pay the price, sacrifice.
Like Abraham.
You should definitely get the book. Most of our points are right there,
Yeah, right there.
and you read it for yourself, and
And you become the best, okay?
Become the best.
You know, you're there for, you'll be available and positioned for exploits, okay? So
Yes.
go ahead and get the book. It's highly recommended.
highly recommended.
Okay, now I guess just before we get to close right here, because we are out of time, we'll just get to snap into the buzz a little bit. That's our little segment where we get to talk about what's happening. Now we've talked a little bit about the elections. Last week, a whole lot of things were on the internet. I don't know if we'll
I
be able
woke
to
up-
show. I wish we could show you.
I
some
wish
of
we
the
could show.
clips.
Yeah, but I woke up to like
A
whole
lot
lot.
of- a
I
lot
was
of
laughing the whole Saturday.
Like think about
it was I saw a video of a little girl.
a little girl. Okay, yes.
Yeah, and I mean Nigerians, we're so wonderful. Like we just make a joke out of
Everything,
Oh
everything.
my god, everything. I was laughing the whole time, and I saw a meme, right? That's
Yeah,
what it's
memes.
called.
Yeah.
I saw a meme about someone saying this. Somebody said, Enoch, before you do anything this whole year,
Let's just play one of those.
okay,
Let's
okay.
just hit you up with one of those videos, and
Okay.
we'll come back to round up. Check it out.
Hello, my name is Ivana. I'm 2 years old. On Saturday is the election. If you have a PVC, please go out and vote. It's very important. Every vote counts. Thank you. Bye bye. I love you.
So
Now-
that's
now
a little girl
if-
telling you to go and vote
go
right
and vote,
there.
yeah.
I mean, they make up all these things, but God, it's
If that
so-
didn't get you laughing, I mean,
I wonder,
then
like,
you're
your
being
sense
very-
of humor is-
You don't have a very big sense of humor if that didn't
Yeah,
get you laughing.
there was one that says, before you get married the whole of this year, or before you fix any appointment the whole of this year,
This year.
you should confirm from INEC.
From INEC, yes.
Yeah, because we're not sure of what they're going to do.
And I think,
And
and then there was also one that said,
The guy that his wife was pregnant, and they called him and said, "Oh, your wife is about to have a baby."
Baby, yes.
He said, "What do you mean by that? Postpone it to the
postpone
next
it
2
to
months."
the next 2 months. I mean, if
It was so
it's-
funny. I wish we have the video to play for.
Okay,
Okay.
let's get to play you that particular video. Check this out.
No. She cannot deliver today. Hello, doctor. You said my wife is in labor. No. She cannot deliver today. Postpone it. Postpone it. Next 2 months she will deliver. No. Which one is 9 months? Is it your business? If some people can postpone something after 4 years, what is that 9 months that I cannot postpone? Postpone it to next 2 months. My wife will. No, you cannot even because this is Nigeria. Anything can be postponed. Yes, my wife cannot deliver today because I need a fair and free delivery. Jonas, I need a.
We're very
I mean,
wonderful people in Nigeria.
Yeah,
Oh my
but
God.
I mean, think about it. I mean, if someone could take 4 years to plan for a particular
And you still
event,
postpone
and then
it.
you postpone it by 1 week, I mean, think then 9 months
oh
is.
my God, 9 months is too small.
It's small. It's child's play. It's child's play. Like, seriously.
But it's all a joke, right?
Yeah, it's all a joke.
It's all a joke,
It's all a
please.
joke. It's
Don't
just-
postpone your
don't
delivery.
Don't postpone your delivery. You deliver on time. As that when do you? Okay. All right. So I'm sure you've had a fabulous time right here with us. We've been talking about fighting for your best.
Tomorrow, let's
And
fight for our best,
Let's
please.
fight for our
Everybody
best. Yes.
go out and vote.
and fight for your best.
Fight for your best. Like, whoever
In a
you
good way.
think is the best. I hope your senses are with you. But whoever you think is the best,
Is the
please
best.
go out tomorrow and
vote.
and
Cast your
vote.
vote. Okay.
Yeah.
And there will be peace, like Papa said.
there has to be peace.
Yeah,
There
yes,
will
of
be
course.
peace. We've
There
been
will be
praying
peace.
about
We've
it,
been praying
and
about
God
it, and
will definitely help us.
Definitely. All right, so I guess this is where we get to draw the
And be careful
curtains
tomorrow as well.
for today. Okay, so be careful out there as you go out to
vote. Be
vote. Okay,
vigilant.
be vigilant. Be sensitive. Okay,
Pray
and
before
be
you
safe.
step out.
Okay, so God bless you on that particular one. My name is Anyeti Udo.
And my name is Precious Umor. See you next week. Live thankful and stay blessed.
Bye.
Bye-bye.